Hey makers, today we're taking a first look at Vectric Software's new product, Easy Create, for generating AI relief models. If you've ever wanted to create a 3D, or in this case really a 2.5D model, but lack the skills to design them on your own, like yours truly, this project is definitely for you. I'm Tom Kangas from TK Designs, and I'm going to guide you step by step through modeling process of Easy Create using both a regular image and an AI prompt to generate custom relief images. I'll also cover costs and my pros and cons of the software. By the end of this video, you'll know just how easy it can be to create a relief image that is both cost-effective and easy to learn. Easy Create is a web-based utility independent of Vectric, Vcarve, or Aspire products. It can create 3D relief files that can be directly imported into those Vectric products, though. It is based on the concept of a credit system where you use credits to generate images and to print them, and their pricing is on a basis of purchase as you need it. If we look at the pricing from the website, $20 US buys you 200 credits. Image generation is 1 credit based on using an AI image that you create from a prompt, 4 credits to actually generate the 3D relief model for a total of 5 credits, or basically 50 cents per model. And if you're doing an image upload, you have the ability to use an optional image enhancement, which costs you 1 credit, and you can create the 3D relief model for 4 credits. So again, 5 credits total for approximately 50 cents per relief model. The last thing I want to mention about the purchasing of credits is that in order to purchase credits, you do have to log into your Vectric account first. So let's roll right into doing our image upload and creating from a pre-designed image. I just found this random picture on the internet, and it's a couple of deer in the forest. And I do want to enhance this, so I'm going to click on the enhance. And while we wait on that, we'll see what it comes up with for us. All right. Now, this actually looks like it did a pretty good job of creating the image. We've got clear trees, and we can see good detail on the deer. So now let's go ahead and we will create the model. And while we wait for the model to be generated, I'll go ahead and cut the video. Okay, so now that our image is loaded, we can see that it didn't quite make everything perfectly. If we rotate the model, we see that it's really tall at the ground level and really thin at the top level. So we're going to try to even that out using the edit height curve. And let's see. We want to flatten that out as much as we can. And then we're going to enhance our details. And let's see, can also make it thicker. And let's see how we're looking there. All right, that model actually looks pretty good. And now we can download the model, and we have the option of downloading that as a native V3M file or a TIFF file. Now, with TIFF files, they can be edited in Microsoft 3D Paint, so if you're on a Windows computer, you already have that available. They're also editable with other graphics software such as Adobe Illustrator, Affinity, I think is called. But I'm going to download this as a V3M file. And it generates the image for us. And we will save that. And now we can go into Vectric and see if the file is usable for us. Okay, so now we are in Vectric. Let's go ahead and create a new file. And this one I'm going to make 14 inches wide by 9 inches in height and in thickness of 1 inch. Material surface for Z0 in the middle, and we'll go modeling resolution of very high because we're doing a relief engraving. Go ahead and click on OK. All right, so now we will import our model. And that is our Deers in Autumn forest. We'll open that up. And let's go ahead and reduce the size of that. And we'll make that a width of about 9 inches. And apply that. And we'll see we've got our model in the project area now. We'll go ahead and press F9 to center that. Okay, next we are going to draw a rectangle around our image. We're going to make that square. And we're going to go from the upper left-hand corner to the lower right-hand corner. And now we are ready to make our toolpath. So we will start with a roughing toolpath, 3D roughing toolpath. We're going to use a 1/4" end mill, selected vectors, and we're going to go with a 3D raster at a 45-degree angle. And let's make sure our vector's selected first. And we can calculate that out. Let's run the preview of the selected tool, and you'll see we're starting to get our rough. And we can close that. Next, we will do a 3D finishing toolpath. And we're going to go with selected vectors again. And we can go a raster 45. And we can calculate that out. We see we've got some depth to it. We can close that out to our 2D view. Last toolpath we want to make is going to be for, and we'll go ahead and calculate that out as a profile. We get our warning that we're going below the depth of the material and it will cut through, which is fine. And now we can preview that path. And it's going all the way through. Okay, so let's jump back into EasyCreate, and this time we're going to create based upon an AI prompt. And I'll also put this in the description of the video. But what I want is a bas relief image of a wavy United States flag with a soldier in front of a desertscape with a Blackhawk helicopter and M1 Abrams tank on a round emblem coin. So basically a wavy flag with an Army emblem. It's going to have the Army motto and United States Army in that. And I want to create that at 16 by 9. And I've created this using this prompt on other AI and haven't been too impressed with how it turns out. So let's see what happens. We'll go ahead and create that. And this may take a few minutes, so we'll come back to it when it finishes creating. So it gives us two different options. And I kind of like that second option a little bit more, because it has a little more detail. So let's go ahead and use the selected. We will remove the background on that and see if that gives us just our, oh no, we don't want to do that because it's including the flag in the background. But this gives us a pretty good idea. And we will go ahead and create that model. We'll wait for it to finish generating model. And we'll take a look and see what it does for us here. Okay, I like that. That's got some pretty good depth. And it's reasonably flat. You might want to adjust the curve just a little bit. Edit the height curve. See if we can level that out just a little bit. And we seem to have lost a little definition, so we're going to enhance the detail on this a little bit. And there we have it. I think we're ready to download that model for engraving. As you can see, Vectric Easy Create is a powerful tool for generating 2.5D images. Here's a list of my pros and cons for my initial review. For the pros, it's a very easy to use workflow. I was able to upload, generate, and manipulate my relief images without any type of formal training. The demonstration you saw here today was my very first time using the software, so you can see it's pretty easy to use. It's very powerful AI for generation. I gave the software a pretty advanced prompt of what I wanted, and it didn't disappoint me in the least. It actually generated almost exactly what I was looking for on the first attempt. Cost is in line per model with other AI solutions. It costs about 50 cents per image that you create and download. Fairly inexpensive. I've paid considerably more for relief images that were close to what I wanted, but not quite. You do create images in a format that's native to Vectric, Vcarve, and Aspire, and because this is a native V3M file, you can generate and use multiple files within the same project, just as you would if you were using clip art that's already available within Vectric and Vcarve, or Vcarve and Aspire. If you don't create a model, you still have access to the upload or prompt with the sample it generated. If you decide not to select it at the time you're working, you can use the image you generated later. You still have access to it under your image history. You can go back later and use those images as needed. For my cons, I think that being limited to V3M or TIFF downloads gives you no option to export as OBJ or STL files, which seem to be industry standards for 3D models. If you're looking for software to use, or looking to use this for software outside of Vectric, it might not be suitable for you. If you enter a prompt and need to modify your prompt, it will cost you a credit each time you do that. That still falls in line with other AI solutions I've used, so it's not that bad. Credits amount to about 10 cents a piece. There's no free credits to test around in the software. This is the part that may be the biggest hindrance for most. I had to pay up front for 200 credits for $20. Credits do expire after 36 months and aren't transferable to other parties and not eligible for refund of unused credits. So you have to buy in 20 credit blocks, and if you decide that the software isn't for you, there's no refund and the credits can't be passed on to somebody else. I hope this first look interested you in giving EasyCreate a try. I found it to be a real easy software to use and a real time saver when it comes to generating or locating exactly what I'm looking for. That used to be a major hindrance to me in the past. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more CNC tips and tutorials, and drop a comment below with your design ideas or questions. Till next time, let's keep carving and stay creative.